Hello there, I'm Jo Bean, and it's episode number 10 today of the Brassettes Podcast. I spent a lovely evening chatting and laughing with some of the ladies from the Aldbourne Band. Hope you enjoy our chat. I can't believe we're into double figures already. Hello.
Hello. I've just realised that I'm signed in on my partner's account, so I'm not Matthew Richardson.
Oh, never.
I have to change that.
Oh, that's all right. Let me have a look. I'm just trying. Right. How many's coming in today?
Quite a few. I don't think, or not all of us.
Oh, here's another one. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Are you all right?
I'm very well, thank you.
Oh, you've got a good backdrop.
Yeah, I'm in space.
You're in space there. Oh, we've got another one. Oh, this is exciting.
I need to work out how to change my name. I haven't done Zoom for such a long time.
What's your name, Ali, then, on it? Matt?
Oh, rename. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh,
I am not Matt Richardson. There we go.
Change my glasses because honestly. Oh, how's everybody doing? Are you all right?
All right. We're good.
Good. Well, thank you for coming on. I know it's, oh my goodness. Honestly, I'm having a bit of a problem with my glasses. I need to get some stronger ones, really. I can't really put two pairs on.
Can if you want. This is 0% alcohol. It's my Heineken Zero. Okay?
Is it, Jane?
Oh, nice.
It is, seriously.
Oh.
Prosecco, Hayley. So
I found a new Nosecco in, I think it's Tesco, maybe. Nice. So there we go.
Yeah, he's definitely not on Nosecco. He's on Aldi Orange Prosecco.
I know this is a girly evening, but my lovelies.
Yes.
Princess.
And he plays baritone in the band.
Oh, fantastic. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Oh, we're having a right party tonight.
Hi, Joanne. Do you want us to introduce who? Do you want us to introduce?
So is Emily coming?
Emily's there, but I don't think she's got a camera on. Emily.
Hi, sorry. Yeah, I do have a camera. It's just decided not to work for today, and I've gone through all the permissions. It says it's fine, but it's just not doing it.
It could be your source. So bottom left. So I'm going into IT mode here. Bottom left. If you go to video settings, then you can actually choose what video you're using or what the source is. So you can select a camera.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
This is exciting. I remember I did a horn sectional once on Teams, on Zoom for, I think it was Rejoicing. And at the time there was me and three of the fellas, and they were older guys. It was just hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious.
How did you do a horn sectional on Zoom?
We went through it. It was because a pre-sectional, didn't he? So it was expect.
Yeah.
All know. So we thought, well, we'll get together because we were like different parts of the country. So it was utter chaos.
That's it, though, isn't it? Desperate measures, then, though, wasn't it? Oh my God, I don't know how we survived it. Really, when you look back. I used to go on the Shepherds, Shepherds Band. They used to have like an online band.
Yeah, we did that.
Yes, yeah. So I used to do that really, but I never used to put my camera on, and I could hardly play really because I hadn't been playing very much. And when you're just oh my God, but I just felt like I wanted to join in, just to even I'm not even in Shepherds Band, but you know what I mean.
That's how Jo got into our band, wasn't it? She joined on our online ones, and then because we lost a few players in COVID because they just didn't kind of engage, and there's lots of other stuff going on. And then she was like, "Oh, but my band's not doing anything at the moment, so can I join yours?" And then she ends up then we went into in person, but in a barn.
Literally a barn.
We ended up not being able to use the barn because it got used for grain storage. So fortunately, all the rules were relaxed by then. It was very much village banding.
And then Hayley turned up. We're looking for a horn player, and then our youth player, Danny at the time, and we knew he had his girlfriend, which is Hayley, and was a horn player, and you came along, and we all thought, "Oh, she's good."
I wasn't at all. I was so nervous. And I remember outside. So I live in Cardiff. So we kind of driven an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes, and we sat outside. It was getting colder and colder. And you know, when you start getting cold and your fingers just stop working. And I remember sitting on this seat because Danny's not at all organised. We hadn't brought any chairs. So I was sitting on somebody's garden seat, but the leg had gone. So I was like leaning across to the one side. So I had cramp in my button and on my leg. And I was trying to play with cold fingers and a crampy leg. And I
forgot that. We had to bring our own chairs. And then I remember there was one rehearsal and Kieran, what was Kieran sat on? Kieran was sat on, I can't remember, but he was sat on some farm implement of some sort. It was just...
Oh my goodness, you just can't believe, can you? It's like, it is very surreal, isn't it, when you look back? Because like we were, I was at Fishburn at the time, and like when I eventually went back to band, we were like, I'd been shielding for like a year. So like when I did eventually get allowed to go back, they'd already started having rehearsals. But I was like so paranoid about going back in public. It's crazy. It's ridiculous, really. Yeah. But it made me like that. And then you go into band and like the band was spread out like 6 foot between you all.
Yeah, we were, I remember being, us third cornets were pretty much out the door. You're getting told you're a bit behind. I know, because we're 7 miles away.
Exactly, isn't it? And then try to like just all keep it together. Yeah, very strange times. Anyway, thank you all for coming on. Is this everybody now, do you think?
Yes, Fee and Kaylee couldn't make it tonight, but you've got you've got a third. Well, 2.
Yeah, well, that's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, because
Joe couldn't make it either. I don't think Joe.
We might just introduce everybody then, should we? Who wants to go first? Say a bit about yourself and what you're playing, everything, and we can take it from there.
How about Ali, seeing it's alphabetical?
Okay.
Yes, go on and Ali, off you go. Hello.
I'm Ali. I play third cornet. I've been with the band since 2009. No, not 2019. 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Jane?
I'm Jane Kelly. I've been with the band since 2015.
Right.
Alongside Ali on third cornets. The best place in the world to sit in the band.
Excellent.
And I'm also, for my sins, I'm secretary and general herder of cats of the band. So
excellent. And what about you, Hayley? Hello.
Hello. I'm Hayley. I play solo horn, and I think I joined 2021, but I think officially then kind of very early 2022.
Yeah. Okay, and then we've got Emily.
Sorry, my video is still not working.
Don't worry.
Yeah, hi, I'm Emily, and I joined about a year ago now.
Okay, and what do you play, Emily?
Second horn.
Second horn. All right, so you're in the same team as Hayley.
Yeah, best.
Oh, brilliant, fantastic. So you've all had what I keep saying to everybody is when we say like we've seem to have been so busy since Christmas. I can't believe it. Like we're into nearly April, But like you have been just having a look through all your socials, and you've had loads going on, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, so we've it's trying to maintain a balance really between, because we are a village band,
Yeah.
I know we're not just saying that for effect. We are a village band, so you can see us pushing timps across the village green. You can see us sort of people getting annoyed because we're not marching in the carnival because we're playing
we have to move out of our band room because it's just the village hall, because there's the Amateur Dramatic Society of performance on, and we have to try and find somewhere else to perform. It really is that village banding. So we've got that balance of maintaining commitments to the village, because our main supporters are the village and we do it for the village. Concerts, we've got one coming up for the Friends of Aldbourne Band in the village. But then we have a concert locally in Swindon in January. And then obviously you've got your big competitions as well.
Absolutely.
Kind of balancing all the rehearsals and things for that. It's been busy. We're on a kind of quieter bit now, and then it utterly ramps up from kind of August to caroling at supermarkets in December.
Yes.
British Open and Nationals and bit.
Absolutely. That's the thing in it. It'll just take off again. Yeah. So have you just done the wrong trousers? Am I right in saying that?
We've got that.
Is that coming up?
The end of May, yeah.
End of May. Quite a few bands are doing that. That's good, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah, we did the snowman at Christmas, and it went really well. We've got a good relationship with a big museum in Swindon called Steam.
Right.
And so they saw how successful the snowman one was. Like, oh, is there anything else that we could do?
Brilliant.
And Wrong Trousers also featuring a model train works really nicely with the museum, and they're celebrating. Is it 200 years?
Yeah, you're right.
250 years of Steam, something to do with the Great Western Railway. So it kind of coincides really nicely.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, no, there's somebody at my door. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm sorry. We'll just keep talking. Oh, no, the dog's going to go back. Sorry. Oh, no, I didn't send this. Oh, I think it's Amazon. Oh, God, it's a delivery. I'm so sorry. I'll be doing a bit of editing, won't I? It'll be something that my daughter's ordered off Vinted, no doubt. Oh, my goodness. Honestly, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
And answer the door. You go and answer. Or is
it's all right. It's sorted. It's been left and the door's shut. Oh, my goodness, what we were saying. We were on about the wrong trousers, weren't we?
We were, yes. Yeah.
So that's good then. So you've got all that coming up. And then obviously, congratulations on your results at the areas for Torquay.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Fantastic. So you'll all be on cloud 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A curry to celebrate in a couple of weeks. So
have you? All good.
So it's all good. So we've been given a night off. And we're all gonna
go and have a celebration. You do right. Yeah, because you've got Glyn, haven't you, taking you now? Glyn Williams conducts you, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, fantastic. So how long has he been there for then? At the band?
Back end of 2018, wasn't it?
Oh, so he's been there a while, and hasn't he?
He has, yeah. So again, it's been, I think we'll all say that his discipline and his laser focus on, we think you can't get away with anything.
No.
Even, I think it's making the best, because I suppose in our band, there's no superstars per se.
In the nicest of terms, no, we're all just, we're not full of music college graduates, are we? We're just hardworking players that just love music, that have got busy lives and busy jobs.
Yeah, and just getting brilliant. That's just fantastic, isn't it?
He just drills us really, really well. And he makes you think, like last night we were playing a particular piece of music, which I won't say what it was, but, the best will in the world, the parts are not exactly the most interesting parts, but he absolutely made you think this is like the most, you dare not think this is the most great part in the world, that to actually draw the music out of it. And it's an attitude, I think, which he's given us. And an approach.
Things differently, doesn't he? Yeah. He doesn't miss a thing when you're playing, and you think, I'll get away with that. And you can't think like that, because he will absolutely pick you up on it. And full of semiquavers, you think, I won't play a C sharp there. It's easier if I play a C natural. And he'll hone in on it. He'll say C natural there, wasn't it? And you just think, how can you tell? But
it's a perfect pitch. It's annoying.
Yeah.
His music, he's just, he is just incredible.
Fantastic. So does he take you all the time then? Is he?
Yeah. So with the major contests, we've had to have different conductors, because obviously we've been weirdly competing against him. He's had this kind of weird, competing. So he gets us ready, and then we've had another conductor or other conductors come in, and then we compete against him. But he works really well. We've been so lucky with the conductors that we've had.
Yeah.
So we've got a really good relationship with Ivan Melimans, who's just utterly fantastic. There's like music just pours out of him. And then working with Katrina for Bick as well, that was really cool to have, a strong female conductor.
Brilliant.
And, there's not enough of them around. And so, I don't think I've ever at this level been conducted by a female, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it was amazing to work with her and see how she works. And she's just a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Again, you couldn't get away with anything with Katrina, and she was tweaking that, and you'd get kind of pages of notes after every rehearsal.
Amazing!
But you went on that stage.
That's what you need, though, isn't it? Because so I'm doing that, but I do massively miss being sat in the middle of a full band in the horn section, and do you know what I mean? And like you say, all really, really working hard together. I am having a few withdrawal symptoms from it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird.
Yeah, it's not a hobby though, isn't it? It's almost like a way of life, and sometimes
it is. Yeah.
In the middle of that September to. Well, it goes on to December, doesn't it? From the Open to Nationals to Brass concert. I remember getting to the Nationals thinking, God, I'm shattered. I'm absolutely shattered. And then you just go straight into Brass concert, and then Carolyn starts. And you kind of get to Christmas, and I remember kind of being at my in-laws, just sleeping, But there's that kind of the relationships that you form, and it's almost like you kind of close ranks around each other, and there's just nothing that can kind of replicate that kind of feeling, that kind of that when you're with each other for hours and hours and hours.
I think that's it, isn't it? Because you are all you're all putting so much effort in, and you're all working for the same, aren't you? And I think when you get that performance on stage that you've shared, like obviously when you've won the Aries, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just so, isn't it? It's so special, isn't it? And I think that's it. Like when I look back over my banding, and I have a few moments, and like I went up to Durham this year and I did this just on a Saturday, and it's so strange to be on the sidelines. Do you know what I mean? But I'm all right. I didn't think I would be, but I'm all right. And I think it's because like I've just thrown myself into so many other things, well, like this, for example. Do you know what I mean? So I'm doing things a little bit differently, but it's so strange. It's like, because you just grow up, don't you? Like I was like 12, like 13 when I started contesting. Do you know what I mean? And then the time's just gone. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I've got a 1-year-old daughter. So I missed, she was born the week after the Nationals 2023, so I didn't play at that Nationals, and then I didn't play. I played at the Areas. That was a nightmare with 4-month-old trying to breastfeed contest. So I didn't do the British Open, but it was so weird. I didn't miss being knackered from all the rehearsals, but on that day, the whole day I was really sad, looking at pictures of what everyone's having a great time on, Broad Street in Birmingham.
And that's it, though, isn't it? And it is totally. Yeah, I know, because
I missed her. I miss my partner in crime, because we have a routine. Like before we go onto the contest stage, me and Ali always sit down in the registration area, and we get our music out, and we go through everything. And
we call it Nerd Cornets.
Nerd Cornets.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant!
And we talk it through, and I had to get Claire to do it last year, and it wasn't the same. Although I love Claire dearly, she's a good friend, and you
all have your ways, don't you? Everybody.
Oh yeah, me and Ali have been through some great times, and Emily, what you've been quiet? When did you start playing? We don't know. When did you start playing? Because you play baritone and horn.
Do you mean like starting playing from the very beginning, or?
Yeah.
My dad started teaching me when I was about 4 or 5 years old.
Wow.
He massively encouraged all of the kind of like the public playing and stuff, and used to try and get me to play in front of like my year 1 and year 2 classes, and I absolutely refused to do it. I could not put up with it whatsoever. I don't think much has changed since on that one, to be honest. But no, I started on cornet, and I did it with his school band and then his youth band, and then there wasn't any cornet spaces. So before my grade 5 exam, like 2 weeks before, he gave me the baritone, changed my exam sheet, and said I'm doing that for the exam, and put me in the top band. It was stressful. I didn't enjoy it, I must say.
Yet you're still banding.
You're still banding. Yeah.
We don't like on the horn section, do we? Very calm. Very calm. Just keep your head down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how did you get playing Hayley then? How did you start off playing?
A bit like Emily. So my dad started teaching me, but I grew up in the Salvation Army. Well, still in the Salvation Army. So it was kind of one of those things. You get to 7, you get your front teeth back, and then you start in the junior band. But I found it really, really difficult at that age. So my dad started teaching me, and you know what it's like when parents really teach, you just end up at loggerheads. So I kind of left it, and I think I came back to it when I was about 11 or 12. And then in the Salvation Army band, and then my dad played for it. So I'm from Cardiff, in a local South Wales band, Tom Gwynlais, and I used to go with him to band practice, and I really enjoyed kind of playing different music. So I started then, and then I kind of fell out of love with it a little bit, you know, when you get kind of in your teens and you just you're fed up of being a bit of a nerd, and I kind of gave up, and then came back to it, and just kind of bobbed about a little bit. And not that I didn't take it seriously, but I kind of did what I needed to just to kind of play. And so I played in Cloycoed, which is a band up South Wales Valleys, played sack and horn for a while, and then my other half, Danny, was playing in Aldbourne. So he was in the military at the time with Ali's husband-to-be, Matt, and he said, oh, come on, I'll take you to Aldbourne this summer. So I kind of went kind of nervously, and that was it. It was just, well, I'll join Aldbourne because Danny's going, and I'll see him an extra couple of nights of the week. And then he left, but I've stayed. So I kind of so it's just it's just part of it. I think when you get
meant to be.
Yeah, you
that's
just
it.
can't get it.
I love your accent, Hayley. Do you? Oh my goodness. It's so, isn't it? I was like, oh.
Oh, you'd have loved Fees then, because very strong South Wales accent.
Oh my goodness, I was just got, wasn't I then? You could just keep talking, do you?
Stacey,
so relaxing. I was sort of like, oh, how lovely. Oh, so what about you then, Jane? Have we asked you where you started?
I'm originally from West Dorset. So
West Dorset, right? Yes.
It's down near Lyme Regis and Bridport and that area. So I started off about 7 years old.
Yeah.
In a little brass group. Fred Collins started me off playing.
Oh.
And then I progressed to Beminster Town Band, and then I moved at the age of 12 to Crewken Concert Band, which is now Phoenix Brass.
Right.
It was all sort of, and I progressed through my grades. I did grade 8, whatever that means. I went I was doing piano as well up to about grade 6. So music was a really big part of my life, and I did sort of, I think at the age of 18, I had a choice of either going to music college or going into the Navy, but I chose to go into the Navy instead.
Wow.
And
so you went in the Navy?
I did a degree. I went a bit nerdy. I didn't mind being nerdy, Hayley. I was that nerd who went to band practice and was singing in the choir, but then I did lots of sports as well. So I was sort of balanced it out, so I could be like the nerd and the sort of sporty person. And it's always just been a constant factor in my life. It's always, something which I've always done. And then it's got me through some pretty tough times in life, I think. And I met my second husband in the band. Yeah, there's a lot of couples in our band, actually. So I met my husband in the band, Andy, and we married 4 years ago now. Crumbs.
Oh.
Plums, yeah. So which the band played at, which was
lovely, yes.
Yeah,
we like a band wedding, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Oh, how lovely.
Lynn conducted and Helen played, and it was Danny played euphonium, and they chased alpacas around the field. Danny.
Oh really? Oh, gorgeous! Oh my goodness! We need to see the pictures.
Yeah, you don't want to see all the pictures, though. Some of them won't ever be seen. No, it's been a constant, and it is like a big family, really.
I think that's it, isn't it? That's what we all say, isn't it? With banding, it's like no matter where you are, like you're in a family, aren't you? With banding, that's how it is, isn't it? And I think
with all families, you fall out, but you
it's
make
like dysfunctional. Yeah,
it is. That's right, isn't it? Totally, yeah. Totally, isn't it? But the thing is, everything goes, doesn't it? And we all look after each other. I think that's it, isn't it? And like you say, I just think when you're pulling these performances out of the bag and, and you're on stage and it's all coming together and the partying you can do afterwards. And do you know what I mean? It's like, isn't it? It's amazing when everybody's on that high, when you've just done, it is. Dear me, I always think that, like, I always just remember when I used to go up to Stanley and it was like about an hour and 15 minutes drive to go to band up to Eveready. And I used to be out, you're knackered, aren't you? When you're up and down every night, up and down, up and down. And I remember a couple of times I'd take my mum with me just so that, like, on the way back, like, you're keeping awake because you're that tired, aren't you, when you're driving back. Not that my mum was very happy. Like, she'd be going mad because she'd be like, oh, do I have to come again, And I always used to say to her on the way back, like, I used to say, don't let me pack in. No matter how tired I get, don't let me pack in, because the thing is, ma'am, when this performance comes together, we'll be on a high. And then you get that, you do, don't you? Mm-hmm. You do your contest, you win, and then, then you're on that massive high, and then everything's worth it again, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then like some women say about childbirth, isn't it? They forget the horrors until, you've got a child, it's wonderful.
Exactly. Let's not talk about the other things.
Yeah.
I remember that with Ali, actually. Ali, you sort of talk about that year you were working in Oxford. I'd never seen you so in your life.
It was ridiculous. I was working ridiculous hours, and it was just like, can I do this? I don't think I can carry on with band. And I just remember my mum saying, well, what else would you do? You just work all the time. You've got to have something else.
Exactly. You need it, don't you? Yeah.
And those 2 hours, it is, hard concentration, but I'm not thinking about what I'm doing at work the next day. Exactly, I haven't done the washing. Like you haven't got the brain space. You have to focus on the music.
You have to focus actually, on,
it is a good kind of release in some ways.
It is, so isn't it? Yeah, and like so you've got all the rest of the summer coming up then. So what kind of things? What would you say your highlights coming up then in the summer? Have you got some? I bet you've got some nice gigs coming up.
We do, actually. So we are. So we do. If you ever get a chance to visit Aldbourne as a village, it is your archetypal English village.
Is it? Oh, lovely.
It's beautiful. But we do a series of what we call pond concerts, but they're not actually by the pond now. So they're actually up in the middle of the village green. So we do concerts on the. Is it the first? It's the first
Sunday of every month.
First Sunday of every month. And we're starting a bit early this year because obviously there's VE Day on the 8th.
Of course, yes.
But we're actually doing a concert there on the 4th of May. So we've got right through to September, we've got the pond concerts. But we've also as well got something which we're really looking forward to. And we can, it's not a secret or anything. We've been asked by, we've been asked to play at a Carl Jenkins concert, a performance of The Armed Man at
amazing
Regent's Park. Which is part of the Regent's Park Festival. And we're going to be with the Crouch End choir and also a mezzo-soprano singer called Catherine Rudge. So these people are actually performing this with the Philharmonia Orchestra on the 7th of June at the Festival Hall. So it's really top-end performances going on. And
that's amazing, isn't it?
Carl Jenkins
I love that.
Did David Charles, I believe, and put us. He was asking, who's a great band going to do this, and we were lucky enough to get chosen. Our names got put forward, so we're really looking forward to performing with Carl Jenkins of The Armed Man. So that is going to be on the 30th. Keep me honest. The 2nd of August.
Yeah,
the
2nd of August.
2nd of August.
Yeah.
And where's that at?
In Regent's Park.
Regent's Park.
And it's part of the Regent's Park.
How amazing.
London,
Oh my goodness.
So that's going to be an amazing gig. And then of course it's open prep.
Of course, yes.
Then the Nationals.
Then the Nationals.
And then Vic. So the rest of the Wicked. And then the Snowman.
Yes, you'll have all that to come. So, oh my goodness, see, that's it, isn't it? It's just, it is, isn't it? I think that's it. We just keep going, don't we? The momentum. You've got so much on, but it's fantastic, isn't it? And I think that's it, isn't it? Once you drop out of it, I'm just like, oh my goodness, it's very strange. But I love listening to everybody. You know what I mean? I think that's what I've noticed. Like, since I've been chatting to everybody, like we've even though we've never met, we've all got some, you know what I mean, aren't we? We're just the same, aren't we, really? We're all, you know, it's banding, isn't it? You know.
And we'll probably know, you know, you'll know someone that we know through the kind of, well, because I played in that person, you know, then that band, that one, and you know, that you can't go anywhere at a contest without going, well, oh yeah, I know that person. Oh, hello. I mean, I'm quite used to turning round, thinking I'm talking to my fiance, and he's off somewhere talking to someone else that he's met through banding somewhere. And, but you know, we've got this kind of weird, nerdy family. Again, it's kind of a dysfunctional, you know, family. But and I always remember someone saying, you know, even if I have to move for. One thing I love about brass bands, you know, if I have to move somewhere across the country for a job, I can go up to a brass band and I've instantly got 25 new friends.
That's right, isn't it? It's all right, that. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
That's really good. And of course, I forgot to mention the highlight of the summer, Ali.
Oh.
Ali.
It's not an official band job, is it?
It is. Well, we're going to be playing at it.
Are you getting married, Ali?
Yeah, we're getting married in the summer, and we'll have. I mean, it's not just going to be Aldbourne Band, because we've got, you know, again, friends from bands across the country, so there will be a full brass band at our wedding.
Oh, how gorgeous! So, what month's that then? Is that in the summer?
July, yeah.
July. Oh dear me! So you've got a lot going on there, then, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure we have a really tricky program. Put a few test pieces on there.
ABBA goes gold, isn't it? Oh,
no.
Ali loves ABBA. Yeah.
When I was librarian, I did threaten to burn all the ABBA in our.
Oh really? Oh, don't you like ABBA?
Not a fan.
No. Oh, I like a bit of Super Trooper. Oh, well, do you know what? I feel awful because I can't see Emily. I feel like I'm not talking to Emily. Are you all right? Is she there?
Yeah, everything's fine. It's fine.
Hello, Emily. I'm so sorry.
My camera's not on. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So I'll tell you what. I'll just have a little chat to him. Emily, so what do you do then for your job then? Are you a teacher, or are you in music, or?
No, I didn't follow any music route at all, to be honest with you. I'm a transport planner.
Oh, right.
Majority of that's like designing like new roundabouts and new highways and stuff like that. It's a really enjoyable job, but it's nothing music related whatsoever.
Oh, well, there you go. That's interesting, isn't it? So is that for the council then? Who's that for then?
Part of it is, it's half a convent kind of situation, but I do really enjoy it.
Oh, excellent. See, this is it, isn't it? Everybody. So is anybody doing music then? Is anybody music teaching?
Apart from Ali's husband, not to be,
right.
Who's well, I think if it's your husband, but to be. He's in the British Army.
Yeah, we've got two army musicians, but the rest of us are, you know, we've got a whole range of
normal
normal life,
We used to have a farmer, electrician, you know, software developer.
Fantastic.
I'm a teacher.
Yes. Good mix.
Yeah, a whole mix. Yeah. So very, very few, other than those two.
Yeah.
No one does anything musical as their day job.
That's it. So what I always like to ask this question. I always like to say, like, if you were giving some advice to somebody who's like starting out playing, what kind of advice would you give them? Somebody who's maybe like I don't know, maybe they're just starting out in band, or maybe they're wanting to get into like a top, into a top championship section band, maybe. Just like, what kind of advice? I think that's quite a good question for people, really, because
practice your skills.
I know, yeah. Practice your skills.
Get the Aldbourne out.
It's boring, but it's worth it.
Absolutely, isn't it? Yeah, exactly.
I was just going to say, just keep on going, just keep doing it. Just like you say, just try and just fake confidence as well. I think, because I think it doesn't matter what level you are, you just always have that. Everybody hits that bit of crisis. I think confidence. And just keep doing, just keep going.
Listen to the people around you. You can learn so much from good. I know when I first joined Aldbourne, I was probably not good enough to play in Aldbourne, but I just learned through, right, what's that person doing? What does that person sound like? Like, try and emulate what's the people you look up to. What are they doing? And try and mirror that. Don't think you've got it. Don't think you've got it right. And everyone's learning.
I think sometimes we are all too hard on ourselves, really. And I sometimes think like sometimes we all have like different things happening, and you think it's just you, but like really everybody's going through these. It's just if they show it or not sometimes, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? When you're learning, or you might be having a bit of a confidence crisis, or you might just not be feeling it. And sometimes it's easy just to think, I'm just gonna pack in or whatever. But I think everybody has these times in their career.
Even like best, I used to share a lift when Kerris was our flugel player, and then she went to Tredegar, and she said something in the car, and she said, you always have to back yourself, because I think it's just so easy to think, oh, that was just awful.
Because we are so hard on ourselves.
Yeah, I think everybody, but probably a handful of people, will always have that kind of feeling, or you just think, just wasn't good enough. But she always said, just you have to back yourself. Always back yourself.
That's right, isn't it?
And also one of the biggest thing. You're right. Huge I call it imposter syndrome. That huge.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you always think, oh my god, and and of course we're not all in principal positions, but we've all played in different positions in the band, and but your third cornets have to be as strong as your principal players playing those parts.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's another thing. It's about teamwork. One of the things which I think Glyn has instilled in the band is that you play to your strengths, and look, if you get knocked off a part, of course we've all got egos. You might feel a bit for about 5 minutes and think, well, get over yourself. Exactly. Play to your strengths. So that's one thing which I think our band is great at doing is playing to our strengths or ducking and diving.
We know some people are going to be good at the technical side of things. Some are good at the slow melody side of it. Some of us are good at playing loud. Some of us are good at playing quiet. And it's and we're lucky in that we have had, as all bands do, kind of changes of players quite frequently. But we've kind of the same core's been there for a long time, so we all know whose strengths are. So a rehearsal can be quite efficient if we've kind of done the background work. So quite often, as back row, we've already identified, well, you do that, I'll do that, you do that, you do that. So then we get to rehearsal, we're not then going, well, I think you should probably do that. He goes, what's the plan then? And we go, sort it out.
Yeah, and that's it.
He then comes and changes it, but that.
Yes, he does.
And you go, practice that bit.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming on. I've really enjoyed our chat there. I think we've covered lots of different stuff, haven't we, dear me? Sorry, is there anything else you want to... I'm just thinking if there's anything else you want to talk about, and I could always...
Just say, I think it's great what you're doing. I think women in banding is still a minority, and I think it's for us. I think I'd like to sort of back up the fact that it was so inspirational, certainly for me, to be conducted by Katrina. I thought that was amazing. It was the first time I had somebody stood up in front of me who was, a female conductor taking me to a major contest, and that was amazing. And I think she's doing so much to.
She is, isn't she?
And
she's gonna come on.
What you're doing?
She's gonna come on, Brassettes.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic!
Yeah,
She's an amazing person to interview, and we all loved her. At Aldbourne, and she's going to go far, and is going far, of course. But I would say to you, keep doing what you're doing. I know you're at the early stages of your sort of journey into this, but no, it's great. So thank you.
It's thank you for coming on, because the thing is, it's one of those things, isn't it? When you have an idea, and I've had the idea for ages, and I just thought, if I don't just start it, I'll never do it. And I'm learning so much as I'm doing it, and I think they are getting gradually a bit slicker. Do you know what I mean? Because it's isn't it? It's a learning curve when you're doing them. But the thing is, I've had so much support, and messages. I get so many messages off ladies saying, "Oh, well, can we come on?" And have you heard about these? And what about this? And I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely fantastic. So really, it's amazing, really. And I always say, after every conversation I've had, I'm always like, it's like uplifting, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like having that time, and you're like, God, we really are celebrating each other. It's fantastic.
I'm sure we've all had points where you've looked around the band room going, I'm the only female here.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to know you're not. I know you're not alone.
Isn't it? Yeah. Oh well, thank you so much, and it's been lovely talking to you. Thank you. Thanks to the ladies from the Aldbourne Band for coming on Brassettes and sharing their brilliant banding stories with me. I've really enjoyed it. I look forward to meeting them all in the future. If you would like to come on the Brassettes podcast, please drop me a message. It would be lovely to chat to you. See you again soon. Bye.